Oh my God, you guys are gonna hate on me so much because I'm sure that what I'm about to say is gonna get misinterpreted so much, but that's okay. I am a real vocal coach. I'm just going to get through it. What up, guys? It's your boy Matt from RamseyVoice.com. And if you're here, it means that you are just jonesing for another reaction to one of your favorite singers. And obviously, I am doing all of these reactions just so that you guys can learn from the techniques of the great singers that you love. So I am super excited today to react to Mr. Darren Espanto. I don't know why I'm saying it in a Spanish accent, but it's Darren. It's not Darren, it's Darren with the double R. But this is one guy that, oh my God, you guys have requested so much. I'm just scrolling through it here. It's just like, it's endless. Everybody wants to hear me react to Darren Espanto. And I think he's like only 19 years old or so. He's a really young guy, Filipino-Canadian. That's all I know about him. But I am super excited because he's going to be doing a cover of Chandelier by Sia. Now, I'm super excited to react to him because I've been watching so many fantastic performers recently who have been basically reinterpreting so many great songs. And I think that that's really cool. And I think it's a sign of a true artist when you can do a cover song in your own original style, not like the original artist, even though that's really great too. Now, if you guys find this video helpful, make sure to smash that like button, comment with the next video that you want to see me react to, subscribe and turn on notifications for this channel, and make sure to watch until the end of the video because I am super excited for a brand new installment of 2-minute tutorials, which is basically where I take one of the fantastic techniques that the singers in the performance are using and I teach you how to use it in your own voice. So I have no idea what it's going to be today, but we're going to make it up on the spot and it's going to be fantastic. So make sure to watch until the end. Without further ado, here is Darren Espanto singing Chandelier.
Again, without further ado, Darren Espanto on the Wish 107.5.
Oh, we're on the Wish Bus again.
On our anniversary, you're on Wish 107.5. Body girls don't get hurt, can't feel anything. When will I learn? I push it down, now push it down.
Wish 107.5.
I'm the one for a good time, call phones blowing up, ringing my doorbell. I feel the love, I feel the love.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. Going back till I lose count. I'm gonna swing from the chandelier.
Nice.
From the chandelier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna live like tomorrow doesn't exist. Like it doesn't exist. I'm gonna fly like my birth of the night. Feel my destiny.
Wow.
Gonna swing from the chandelier. From the chandelier.
Okay, I'm going to pause it there. Oh my God, you guys are going to hate on me so much because I'm sure that what I'm about to say is going to get misinterpreted so much, but that's okay. I am a real vocal coach. I'm just going to get through it. First of all, fantastic performer, fantastic voice. Now, in this particular part of Darren Espanto's life, I don't know when this was recorded. I don't know how old he was when he did this, but his voice at this time was actually more similar to a woman's voice than it was to an adult man's voice. And what I mean by that is that he's going through his voice transition probably right around this time. He looks like, you know, kind of like middle teenager, like 15, 16, 17. I mean, it's really difficult to tell just by looking at someone, but I can tell you that just by listening to his voice, I can tell that he's in the middle of his voice change. Now, why do I say that? Because when you actually hear his top notes don't really have the quality of a man's top notes. And what I mean by that is that those top notes don't just sound like they're a stretch for him. They just sound quite easy for him, almost like a woman's high belt voice. It sounds much similar to that. And this is kind of a little bit of a difficult thing to describe. You just have to have experience teaching lots of different singers to recognize it. But listen to it specifically here. So that I'm if you'll notice when I go for that top note, even though I'm a very high tenor, it is a bit of a stretch for me because it's a C sharp 5. And for me, I have to go there with some connection to my chest voice. And because there's that connection to my chest voice, there's going to be a little bit of that tension sound. You can just hear that it sounds a little bit fuller. There's a little bit of chest voice in there. Now, in his particular case, it almost sounds more like a woman's high belt where she's using a lot of chest voice, like belting as in just pulling her chest voice up as high as she possibly can. And I see this all the time with female singers. I'm just noting that here because a lot of people are going to probably hate on me for saying this because I'm making it sound like he's not a good singer. He's a fantastic singer. I'm just saying that his voice is probably still in the middle of changing. And my guess is that this song might be quite tough for him now. I assume that he's a little bit older now than when this was recorded. And my guess is that those top notes might be still kind of difficult. I'm very, very welcome to anybody showing me recordings of him singing this now, and I'd love to watch those too, so that I can eat my words. I've been wrong before, which is fine. Now, let's get into the post-chorus. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Till morning light. That's a nice little change. So that's an F where he's sticking around right there. Yeah, beautiful. You can tell that B flat's a little low for him there. Basically just chest voice there. A man wouldn't be able to do that, really. In an adult man's voice. Yeah, especially that. F sharp 5 up there. Lovely. Woo! He's pulling his tongue back there. That's interesting. That makes things a little harder. Wow. That's an interesting mouth placement right there. And you can see that his tongue is kind of like halfway back there. Yeah, right there. You can actually see how back his tongue is there. And that actually makes things a little bit harder to get that really, really bright sound. You'll notice that my tongue is totally forward there. Beautiful singer. Till morning light. Ooh, yeah. There you go. Yes. Awesome. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Oh my God, guys. What a performance. Okay, obviously 5-star performance right there. Okay, so it looks like he released his cover of Chandelier in around 2014, 2016. So let's just be conservative and say he released it in 2016. So that was 3 years ago. He's 19 now. So let's say that he was around 15 or 16 when he released this. And this is very, very typical of a 15 or 16-year-old's voice. So today we're going to talk about bridges in a changing voice. So 2 minutes on the clock. Let's get started off. Okay, so here's what you need to know about bridges in a changing voice. So a bridge is the place where a voice is going to transition from the bottom part of the voice, the chest voice, up to the top part of the voice, or the head voice. Now, for most men, adult men, their voice change is going to happen around here on an E for E. After you start getting past that point, you're going to start transitioning up to the top part of your voice or towards your head voice. And a woman's voice is going to start transitioning around an A4. Now, before puberty or before the voice changes or during that transition, oftentimes men's voices and women's voices, or I should say boys' voices and women's voices, are fairly similar in terms of the size of the instrument. The vocal cords are a little bit smaller, just like a woman's. Usually the vocal tract is a little bit smaller because the voice hasn't developed completely. This Adam's apple or the thyroid cartilage hasn't grown as large as it will when he becomes a man. So what that means is that young boys and women are going to transition around the same place. In this particular case, that would be around an A. Below that, a young man is going to be in his chest voice still. And that's why we see that party girls don't get hurt, can't feel anything. It just seems so easy for him because basically he's still in his chest voice. However, once he goes up to that, he's not going up there with that full kind of mixed voice that I have to go there with. Instead, he's just going there with basically a belted chest voice. So what you need to know about the voice change during this transition is that basically a man's voice is going to drop by about that perfect fourth between the A, where he would bridge before, to the E below that. Because of that change, basically it's going to flip from a young boy having about 2/3 of his voice in his head voice and only 1/3 in his chest voice to being totally switched to about 2/3 of his voice is in his chest voice, about 1/3 of his voice is in his head voice. Now, I would love to see how he's doing now because my guess is that he's absolutely killing it right now because he sounds like he's a great mixer already. My guess is that going through his voice change, he may not be belting up to those same notes with that same sound as he is at this younger age, but I bet he can still make them sound really, really good. Well, that does it for our 2-minute tutorial. Guys, if you found this video helpful, make sure to smash that like button, comment with the next video that you want to see me do, subscribe, and turn on notifications for this channel. Or if you want to improve your singing voice, check out my complete singing course, Master Your Voice.